Okay, perfect. So, first of all, congratulations on the movie Deep Water. And I have to admit, I saw the movie right before getting on a plane.
Good luck.
So, not my best decision, but still, I loved it. And I love the chaos and the intensity that is the signature, I think, in your movies, Renny. I really loved it.
I thank you. I try to keep the chaos on the screen and not on the set.
So I want to start by asking you. I watched Deep Blue Sea so many times while growing up, and Deep Water. There's a helicopter moment that gave me serious Deep Blue Sea vibes. Is that was intentional, like a little homage to yourself, or that's just your chaos showing up?
Well, I think it's kind of embarrassing to pay homage to your own work, but I, I, I guess I have a fascination for certain things when I'm doing action adventure stories, and helicopters always offer a good ingredient to mix up with the canvas, and I think just the idea that these people and the audience will think like, oh, well, thank God the helicopter is there. Now they're going to be saved. It was just a delicious one to play with. And I took, absolutely, I took certain elements from Deep Blue Sea, but hopefully improved upon what I did earlier and gave the audience a little more.
So you've done so many iconic action movies, and for me, cult classics. What made you want to dive back into the sharks and survival with this story?
I just love the ocean and all the creatures of the ocean, and I love sharks, and I'm endlessly fascinated by them, and the fact that people are so afraid of them, and that people are so apprehensive about getting in the water and not knowing what's underneath them. And the bottom line is that this, to me, this is not a shark movie, and this is not a plane crash movie. This is a disaster drama, and I think the characters are what really appealed to me, and having this human drama unfold in these extraordinary circumstances.
Okay. So Gene, I want to swing this or you now. Honestly, I'm fascinated to see this combo, Renny Harlin and Gene Simmons producing a shark thriller. Um, You're a legend, obviously, but producing film is completely different arena. I know it's not your first time working on films, but I want to know what made you step into storytelling throughout cinema, and how does your background with the instinct to spectacle influence the way you produce a film like this?
You know, there are really no rules in movies. There are more rules and more responsibility for a director, but you know, it's very interesting. Just the whole creative process. It starts with a blank sheet of paper, and the words you choose to go on a blank sheet of paper could be any combination of words. So there are no rules how you put it on. So then it starts to happen. And if you get a script, and it's rare, that works, it starts to attract creative people, cinematographers and music and all this kind of stuff. Eventually and invariably, not always the same thing, it attracts Academy Award winning actors who like the material, who have been knighted by the King of England and become Sir. That's the highest level. Aaron Eckhart, a great
Yes,
actor, and an international cast.
yes.
Chinese kids, grandmas, everybody wants to be a part of it because of the material. That includes our famous director, Renny Harlin. However, it bears noting that before Sir Ben Kingsley, somebody on that level, commits to a movie after they figure out what his fee is and all, you know, all that other stuff is who's going to direct the film? Because he's not going to be in a film where he doesn't trust and have faith that the director in charge, because make no mistake about it, movies are a director's medium. Without an able movie director, you have crap. It's like a symphony orchestra, 70 pieces who don't start on time because there's no maestro going like that and telling when the strings to come out and so on. You've got to have a leader, otherwise it's chaos. But more than that, movies, a director is not just the leader, he's got to have the vision of putting
Mhm.
all these pieces together. So when you see the movie, it's seamless. Every editing job, the music, it all works, and at the end, you're fully satisfied. It's an amazing accomplishment.
Yeah, I can agree more. I totally agree. So I'm from Puerto Rico, and I know you've been in Puerto Rico a few times. So I
Oh,
got a lot of
more
fans.
at Roberto Clemente Stadium. But more than that, I was the assistant to Magdalena Miranda. I'm an honorary Boricua because I worked as her assistant at the Puerto Rican Interagency Council in New York. So I learned,
Amazing.
so I learned all the great. Are we being broadcast or can we edit this out? I learned all the great Puerto Riqueño words like, maricón, la tuyo, like all that stuff.
So I have to ask you this because I got a big audience, really big fan of you. Um, is there what's your favorite experience being in Puerto Rico? And also, if you can give us some level of detail of your Kiss biopic movie, is that something you can give details about?
So my favorite thing about Puerto Rico or did you say something else?
No, yeah. If you can give your
Oh,
favorite
the best.
offstage moment in Puerto Rico,
No,
and
I
also
know,
if you can
but
give us details.
the best thing about Puerto Rico are the chicas. Come on. They don't make,
Eh,
you have hot food, they don't make it any hotter than Puerto Rican girls. There's
any
just
details that you can give us on the biopic of Kiss, the movie
Yes,
Kiss?
yes, there's a Kiss biopic coming. We have a temporary director on board who everybody recognizes and a producer. We may be making some changes. We're taking a serious look at the script, but in the not too distant future, there's going to be a Kiss motion picture. Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you a lot, guys. Renny, I'm a really big fan of all your movies.
Thank you.
So thank you a lot for the opportunity and the chance to talk to you guys.
Thank you very much.